Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more latest news. Now, this has got a bit more news now about Jose Mourinho, what is basically come out reportedly now. He's considering willing to let David De Gea go. He's considering willing to let David De Gea go to Real Madrid as long as we get Rafael Varane, the current centre back from Madrid, in return. So what it's basically suggesting is Mourinho is willing to let David De Gea leave if we do get Varane in return, and it's in a couple of media outlets because we know that David De Gea has been Real Madrid's long-term target. We know that Real Madrid have still got that long-standing interest. We know Real Madrid have been basically interested in David De Gea, since 2015 as well in current process. But we know Real Madrid, club their size, they're known for spending big usually in transfer windows and stuff, and UK wasn't satisfied with their August window. Real Madrid have especially, had a few, they've gone for the likes of Harry Kane, they're still interested in him, I presume. They've gone for quite a few goalkeepers, let alone De Gea. They've been interested in Courtois as well. They've also been interested in Quartar, interested in David De Gea. So they've been interested in quite a few, but reportedly, Mourinho's willing to let David De Gea go if we get Rafael Varane in return. So presumably Real Madrid could get David De Gea next summer if Jose Mourinho gets what he's demanding. Varane in return, if for us to sell David De Gea and get rid of David De Gea to Real Madrid in the current process. But Mourinho said before, didn't he? He was convinced. He was convinced basically that David De Gea, was going to stay at the club 100%. We know that David De Gea is out of contract at Old Trafford in 2019, I think, as well. We know this is David De Gea's 7th season in process in the Premier League so far this season, played 11 games, kept 8 clean sheets and made about 32 saves. So he's potentially, the world's best goalkeeper, as we all said. But we know his future remains uncertain because, I think if he was to leave, he would go to Real Madrid or whatever, because obviously he's born in Madrid, his relatives in Madrid, he has girlfriends, his girlfriend's in Madrid as well. And, but we know Real Madrid had ended Real Madrid nearly got the pursuit of David De Gea back in 2015, but due to a faulty fax machine, Real Madrid's pursuit of David De Gea had come to a current end, and we know Real Madrid have had that long-standing interest, as we all know. Since he's been at Old Trafford, he's made over 2 century appearances for the club as David De Gea. He's won Premier League with us, Europa League with us, Community Shield with us, Premier League with us, League Cup with us and all that, as well as David De Gea. And but we know this is 7th season in the process at Old Trafford is David De Gea's. We know he rose up the ranks for Atletico Madrid fantastically well. As I said, began his career at age 13. Did David De Gea, risen up the academy, risen up the Atletico Madrid academy system very, very well as well. He made his debut in 2009, and also Atletico Madrid, he won the Europa League. He won the Super Cup for Atletico Madrid as well. Did David De Gea, and he's just been absolutely fantastic since he's been at Manchester United. But as I said, it's just said in the press that Jose Mourinho is considering offloading David De Gea, and if we are to get Rafael Varane in return, the current Real Madrid centre back in the process. But we paid just over £18 million for David De Gea 2011. So reportedly, if this exchange is to go through, if we get Varane in return for De Gea may go, and we get Varane in return. But as I said, it's still going to be hard to find that replacement for the goalkeeper, because it's going to be hard to find a goalkeeper that's in the same calibre as David De Gea. So that's what you've got to take into consideration. That's the latest news about that. As I updated you guys earlier on, was about Jose Mourinho, and it did confirm today. Well, it's been going quite a few media outlets. It did confirm today that reportedly that George Mendes, we know, who has strong connections with Manchester United, has reportedly, who's currently Jose Mourinho's agent, has reportedly been in discussions with Paris Saint-Germain, and reportedly could Jose Mourinho actually leave Manchester United, because we heard rumours about this, about a month ago, some of the comments that Jose Mourinho had come out about Paris Saint-Germain, classified them as special, fantastic. Obviously, we know Paris Saint-Germain invested a lot of money in the August window, but yeah, reportedly, he has been linked to a move to Paris Saint-Germain, and it come out in the press today that Paris Saint-Germain have actually approached Jose Mourinho in the current process. But Jose Mourinho, this is his second season in the process at Old Trafford. We know he signed a 3-year deal with a club. Did Jose Mourinho? We know he won the FL Cup. He won the Europa League in his first season last season with us as well. Jose Mourinho. Hopefully, he can win the league title with us, can Jose Mourinho, because he has done it in the past at the teams he's been at. Chelsea, he's won on us there. Done it with Porto. We know he's done it with Real Madrid as well, Jose Mourinho. But can he last a long tenure at Manchester United, Jose Mourinho? Because that is the question. Because during his time, he's managed a lot of different teams as Jose Mourinho. We know he's managed a lot of different teams, but he's never faced a long tenure at a club. I think the longest tenure he's had at a club is longest tenure Jose Mourinho's had at a club is about 3 years. So he's in his second season at Old Trafford. He has got a 3-year deal as well. But Jose Mourinho did confirm the other month that he did confirm he will not end his managerial career with Man United, even though he did say before that he wanted to manage Manchester United for 15 years. He did say at the end of his career he wants to manage his national team as well, Jose Mourinho. And we know the other day it come out in the press that reportedly Jose Mourinho was reportedly demanding. Jose Mourinho was reportedly demanding a $3 million pay rise as well, and I think this was each year. I think he's on about 12 million a year, but I think he was demanding a $3 million pay rise per year, so that would take up to 15 million a year. And I think discussions are going to take place about this. So he reportedly was demanding a $3 million pay rise for Jose Mourinho to sign a new deal at Old Trafford as well. But as I said, we've got a fantastic pedigree as Jose Mourinho. But he's been linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain as a Jose Mourinho, because obviously, this is second season process. He spent nearly about 300 million, in 2 transfer windows as Jose Mourinho. He missed on quite a few targets, in the August window, and he also says, he wants more backing in the transfer market as well. Does Jose Mourinho? He also stressed that he wants us, Man United, to show our commitment to him in the transfer window as well. Because we did miss out on quite a few targets in the August window. Jose Mourinho was interested in Bale. We didn't get Bale. Because I still think Manchester United do need that creative winger. Player that can cross a ball into the box as well. Even Perisic, that was one of our main priority targets, to strengthen our wing position up. Even Perisic didn't get a deal over the line because we were reluctant and resisted, to pay 48 or 50 million pounds. Well, Inter Milan were demanding 48 million pounds, but we were not willing to pay that off. We had that interest in Fabinho as well. We didn't get him. Jose Mourinho missed out on quite a few targets in the August window, and you could feel as though he's disappointed about that as well. He's Jose Mourinho, but it might be just rumours talk. I do back Mourinho 100%. He's one of the world's best managers. We know we've lost 2 games this season as well in the Premier League, but has still got that 100% record at Old Trafford this season as well. We haven't conceded in the Premier League at Old Trafford this season. We're still doing pretty well. We haven't conceded that many goals, but it's bad to lose to Chelsea because we now slip 8 points behind Manchester City. It's still early on, so there's a lot of twists and turns to come yet. So yeah, as I said, the main part of this video is about reportedly Jose Mourinho is willing to let David De Gea go. If he's willing to let David De Gea go, if we get Raphael Varane in return as well, and this is basically what has been reported in the press as well. So. But yeah, and also, we've been interested in another centre back as well, haven't we? Is that Dayot Upamecano? Dayot Upamecano from RP Leipzig, and it did say, Barcelona had been interested in him, Liverpool had been interested in him, AC Milan interested. He's another current centre-back that reportedly quite a few days ago Mourinho had showed an interest in. Reportedly RP Leipzig are in negotiations of securing Dayot Upamecano a new deal, and apparently if he does sign this new deal, he's going to have a release clause in the region of around about £88 million as well. They may not be willing to offload him anywhere because RP Leipzig have only had the player since January as well. They've only had him since January. He's got a 4.5 year deal with RP Leipzig. So RP Leipzig have only had him since January 2017. He's an ex-Salzburg player as well. And, he's represented France, from under 16 to under 19 level as well as the current player. And, he won the 2015 UEFA European under 17 championship with France as well. Participated in all 6 of his country's games as well. Was named team in the tournament and stuff like that. So reportedly, Man United have showed an interest in him. Liverpool have showed an interest in because Liverpool, still definitely need to strengthen up defensively. Liverpool need to strengthen up defensively. Barcelona have showed an interest because Barcelona have got quite a few tags on their radar, for an alternative. As an alternative, if they do fail with pursuit of Philippe Coutinho and that, but also we know Liverpool, have got the signing of Naby Keita confirmed because that's another RP League's big player. Naby Keita is confirmed for Liverpool. We know that's a 48 million deal. We know Liverpool have paid a premium there towards this. I think he's going to be signing a 5-year deal. When he does arrive at Liverpool next summer, that has been confirmed as well. Also we know too that Liverpool have also reportedly been interested in RP Leesby's Timo Werner, and reportedly quite a few teams have been interested in RP Leesby's Timo Werner. It did report the other week that Bayern Munich had been interested in him. It did report the other week that I think it was about a week ago, Bayern Munich being interested, but RP Leesby had denied Bayern Munich's interest. It also said, he suggested out that he supported Manchester United as a youngster, Timo Werner as well. And he used to watch them as a youngster, did Timo Werner. Very, very good player indeed. I think this is his second season in the process of RB Leesby. He scored 21 goals, 32 appearances last season. He also helped RB Leesby qualify for the Champions League for the first time in their history as well. And he's a player that part of Liverpool have been interesting because he is a good attacker. He's a fantastic young age prospect, of what I've seen of him. He's an ex-Stuttgart player as well, and, at Stuttgart, he made his debut for Stuttgart in the Europa League. He made his first Bundesliga appearance against Bayer Leverkusen, scored his first goal against Frankfurt, became the youngest player to make 50 appearances, during his time with Stuttgart, and and signed just at the age of 18, and he signed a professional contract with Stuttgart till 2018, and then Stuttgart got relegated, and RP Leipzig paid £10 million for him, and I think he's under contract till 2020 as well, so we'll see what happens, and also that's a bit more of news that has been reported as well is now about Philippe Coutinho. Now I'm going to update you a bit on Philippe Coutinho and Emre Can in the current process. Now, Philippe Coutinho, as I just realised, really, now we know it's the international break. It's just recently updated that Philippe Coutinho has missed Liverpool's last 3 games in the current process. He missed Liverpool's last 3 games due to a groin injury. I think he's recovering from a groin injury, but he's now international break, and Philippe Coutinho is expected to recover from this injury, and he's expected to be named. He's expected to play for Brazil against England, which is on the 14th of November. So basically, he's expected to return for the Brazil and England game. Is Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho has missed Liverpool's last 3 games due to injury. He also was injured. He was also injured with a back injury. At the beginning of the season, he missed Liverpool's first 4 or 5 games or whatever it was at the beginning of the season as well, due to a back injury. We know he can play as attacking mid. We know he can play on each flank as well. Philippe Coutinho, but reportedly now I know Barcelona are going to go for him in January because obviously it did say it's Barcelona's main priority target. We know Barcelona tried to get a deal over the line in August. It did report the other day that there's still quite a few teams interested. It did say PSG are interested in him. It did say Real Madrid had made contact with Liverpool over Real Madrid making a potential move, but it did say Real Madrid would rather go for him next summer rather than go for him in January. So it did say Real Madrid have now stepped an interest up in him, but I think Barcelona still emerging for us to go on and get him because Barcelona are obviously seeing Philippe Coutinho as a long-term replacement for Iniesta, who signed a lifetime contract extension. We know Coutinho made a big impact since he recovered from his first injury. He has started scoring goals, but now he's currently injured. At the moment is Coutinho, and we know he did want to make the move in the August window, but Liverpool were reluctant and were resisted to offload Philippe Coutinho. This is why Coutinho didn't make the move in the process, but he's still on the contract with Liverpool, as I said, until 2022. We know if he goes to Barcelona, he'll elevate to a higher level. He'll be playing amongst better players, will Philippe Coutinho. And he'll be winning silverware, and with Liverpool, he's not going to currently be winning silverware. And Liverpool purchased him for £8.5 million. purchased him for £8.5 million from Inter Milan. This is his 5th season process. Become one of the most creative, agile midfielders. We know he's had experience of playing in Spain before, with Espanyol as well, as a Philip Coutinho in the current process. Made those century appearances now. But I think Tino's representative confirmed that Liverpool are willing to offload for around about £135 million or something like that. But I said Liverpool, in my opinion, Liverpool should have sold him in the August window. They'd have raised the money, they'd have generated the money, and they'd have been able to get some of their targets, that they currently missed out on in the August window. But as I said, reports have basically stemmed. This is about Virgil van Dijk. Now, Virgil van Dijk now is reportedly, 100% committed to Southampton. Now he's thinking about Southampton. He says he's 100%. He's working hard for Southampton, and he's basically said as Van Dijk, he's 100% committed to Southampton, because we know Liverpool were convinced they could have got a deal done in August. Liverpool were prepared to pay £70 million for Virgil van Dijk, because we know Liverpool need to have depth and character, especially in their defensive area. And I think Liverpool could still revive the interest in Virgil van Dijk in January, because there being quite a few teams interested in Van Dijk. We know he signed a 6-year deal in May 2016 with Southampton as well. We know he'd been injured for quite a long time. We know he made his international debut in 2015 as well. Did Virgil van Dijk. But I think this is like his 3rd season in the process of Southampton. He's an ex-Celtic player. At Celtic, he won the Scottish Premiership with them. The Scottish League Cup with them. With Celtic as well, won the PFA quite a few times. Southampton purchased him for £13 million, as we all know. £13 million. Signed a 6-year deal back in May 2016. But we know Liverpool ended their interest back in June due to something being classified as an illegal approach in the current process. So Liverpool still may revive the interest in him. And also, as I said, Barcelona, I think they are going to go for Coutinho in January for definite. But yeah, Barcelona have got quite a few players on the radar. Reportedly, Harry Winks is on their radar. The current Tottenham player. Back in February, Harry Winks. Harry Winks signed a new deal with Tottenham until 2022. So that puts him under contract with Tottenham Hotspur till 2022, Harry Winks as well. Harry Winks, Barcelona reportedly been scouting the player, due to his fantastic performances. Harry Winks as well. We know that Harry Winks. Harry Winks had made his first team debut for Tottenham in 2014 in the Europa League. He made his Premier League debut in 2016 as well, did Harry Winks. He scored his first goal against West Ham, that's correct. In January 2017, he made his FA Cup debut as well. But he did say, and he signed a new deal to 2022 with Tottenham as well, back in February 2017. But I think Tottenham are in the process of offering him a new deal, and I think Tottenham are willing to double Harry Winks' wages as well. In the current process, he's saying reportedly, Barcelona are reportedly interested in him as well. Also, I've got some latest news now, guys, on Emre Can in the current situation. I'm going to update you with now. Emre Can reportedly now Liverpool have had a boost in this situation, because reportedly, it said, obviously, it come out the other day in the press that the contract talks between Liverpool and Emre Can have currently stalled, because we know Liverpool have been in the process of trying to secure Emre Can a new deal with a football club. We know this is Emre Can's 4th season in the current process, but he did confirm the other day that the contract talks had stalled between Liverpool and Emre Can. The contract talks stalled, and Juventus have been very, very interested in the player. He did confirm the other week that Juventus had been in talks with Liverpool. Juventus had also approached Emre Can's representatives in the current process, but it has confirmed now. Partly, Juventus have no intentions of going for Emre Can in the January transfer window. So reportedly it's saying Juventus have no intentions of going for Emre Can in the January transfer window. Liverpool would cash in if he was to leave in January, but obviously he's out of contract next summer. Emre Can, he comes to a conclusion of his contract, and he's a free agent next summer. Is Emre Can. He did report, in the press the other day, reportedly, that Manchester City had been interested in Emre Can. He said Manchester City had also been interested in Emre Can, because obviously Guardiola, spent a lot of money in the August window. They're doing fantastically well this season. he spent a lot of money in the August window, and he's still in search for a full-back, but Emre Can's versatility is very, very good, isn't it? His versatility is good, distinctive in his play. He plays defensive mid, he plays centre-back, plays a full-back. As I said, so reportedly it did say City had been interested in him as well as Juventus in the current process, but we know Juventus have been the main team that have been monitoring an interest in Emre Can as well. So they could still, they could lose him on a free transfer next summer, if he doesn't sign a new deal. It's looking likely he isn't going to sign a new deal because reportedly Emre Can's representatives and Emre Can's and from Emre Can's perspective as well, reportedly if he is to sign a new deal, he's demanding a release clause if he is to sign a new deal. Plus, I think he's demanding that, and his representatives and him himself is demanding a higher wage increase as well. But apparently, Liverpool have not met up with this. Since he's been in Liverpool, we know he's made over a century appearances for Liverpool Football Club. But he has made a big impact, as I said, very, very good for Germany, as I said. We know he's an ex-Bayern Munich graduate. He risen up the ranks fantastically well with Bayern Munich as well. We know he went to the likes of Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool just purchased him for nearly £10 million. So I think this is like his fourth season now in the process with Liverpool Football Club as well. So Liverpool, could lose him on a free transfer next summer. Reportedly, Juventus have no intention of now buying him in January in the current process. So we'll see. But yes, as I was saying, Barcelona, as I do keep mentioning to you guys, reportedly, I think they're going to go for Coutinho in January, as I said. And we've got Barcelona have also, been linked with Antoine Griezmann as well, and that's another target. And reportedly now, this was stemming reports from Spain were spreading it. Reports from Spain were stemming that reportedly Antoine Griezmann has reportedly told Barcelona he will join the club. So what it says is Griezmann has reportedly told Barcelona that he will join Barcelona in the current process, because we know Griezmann, also, yes, I forgot to mention about Mourinho as well. Griezmann was our main priority target during the August window as well, but that wasn't really our fault, was it? Because, it was Griezmann's fault, because Griezmann, had his own mind. He could have made the move to Manchester United in the August window, but obviously we knew due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, we never got a deal over the line for Antoine Griezmann. But it's reported in the press now he's reportedly told Barcelona, as Antoine Griezmann, that he will join the club. We know Griezmann does have a release clause of 100 million, but it does reduce to, I think, about £89 million. It reduces to about £89 million next summer. Does Griezmann's release clause in the current process. But I said, it'd be a fantastic number 7 for Manchester United. As I said, very, very good, hard-working player. Versatility good. He can play out wide, He can play out wide. He can play at the front as well. Can Antoine Griezmann in the current process as well. And we haven't had a good number 7 for a long time, basically since we had Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think we still need that number 7 because we've still basically got a number 7 vacant. As I said, from a commercial point of view, we would want to keep number 7 vacant. And we know Griezmann signed a new deal with Atletico Madrid back in June. So that takes him under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2022 as well. But he did estimate 6 out of 10, that he was coming to Old Trafford, this was before, we won the Europa League and qualified for the Champions League last season. He did want to come, but obviously due to the transfer ban, a deal never materialised in the process. And we know he scored 28 goals last season. I think he's scored about 3 goals this season, as he is Antoine Griezmann in the current process as well. But yeah, as I said, he did very, very well Real Sociedad. He risen up the ranks fantastically well Real Sociedad. He won the title with them in his first season. Across 5 seasons there, he scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Real Sociedad as well, did the current player. We know he made his senior debut for France in 2014, where he earned his first cap as well. And he was very, very good in Euro 2016 as well, was Antoine Griezmann, in Euro 2016 he was top scorer, player of the tournament as well, was Antoine Griezmann in the process. And also, was part of the team who won the 2010 UEFA European Under-19 Championship as well, was Antoine Griezmann in the current process. But he's been fantastic since being at Atletico Madrid. I think this is his 4th season in the process. Atletico Madrid paid £30 million for him from Real Sociedad. But as I said, it'd be good good to see Griezmann come and experience the Premier League, as I said. So that was another Jose Mourinho's main priority target. Bale was our target. Perisic was our target. Fabinho was one of our targets. Didn't get him. Griezmann was one of our targets. Didn't get him. So could say Jose Mourinho, will be a bit disappointed, in that aspect. But at least, we've got likes of Matic that's doing well for us. We've got Lukaku that's doing well for us, even though he's gone 6 or 7 games without scoring. But hopefully, he can regain his form. Lukaku was early on this season, Lukaku was absolutely phenomenal for us. But yeah, Barcelona could go on and get Griezmann next summer in the current process as well. But I still, as I'm saying, I still, think, Manchester United still definitely need a creative winner. We still definitely need a creative winner. We didn't get Perisic in the window. That was a very bad shame. But I still think that we do need a creative winger in the current process. And as I said, what I'm going to say, and with the Gareth Bale situation, as I do keep updating you on, it did come out in the press, I think it was last week sometime, that he had been given the green light to leave Real Madrid. But then it actually did say after that Jose Mourinho, was no longer interested in Gareth Bale, because we know Mourinho was interested during the August window. We know we'd been interested in Gareth Bale. We'd been interested in Gareth Bale, in the current David Moyes era as well. We'd been interested in Gareth Bale and Fabregas, but we never got them, either of them players, did we? So Bale, as I said, since he's been at Real Madrid, he's won 10 honours, he's won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. We know the Real Madrid board have been under pressure to actually sanction Gareth Bale off, due to the injuries that he's suffered, during his time with Real Madrid. This is 5th season now in the process with Real Madrid. Gareth Bale's in the current process, but highly experienced. When he's fully fit, he's very, very good, highly experienced, got good physical attributes, can cross a ball into the box, and that's what Manchester United need, a player that can cross a ball into the box, and that's what we need. So, as I said, it's 5th season of the process with Real Madrid. Welsh football of the year record 6 times, second top scorer for Wales. And earned 60 caps, and he's fantastic. During his Tottenham days, he had 6 fantastic years with Tottenham. As we all know, did Gareth Bale. He was up the ranks of Southampton. Started as a left back, and then become since his days at Tottenham, then become more of an attacking player. Did Gareth Bale, but as I said, it did say Florentino Perez were looking to generate the money that they're willing to offload him, and they were looking to generate the money that they paid for him from Tottenham in 2013, which was about £85 million or something like that. But he hasn't been getting a fantastic reception at Real Madrid. Bale, but his injury, we know he's injury prone, and we know that he's known for injuries as well, Gareth Bale. But as I said, reportedly, he's still saying that Jose Mourinho is actually still interested in Cesc Fabregas. Reportedly, he's still saying Jose Mourinho is interested in Cesc Fabregas, and reportedly he did suggest out that Mourinho had used this Chelsea clash. It's in the press. Had used this Chelsea clash to approach a move for Cesc Fabregas as well, because we know, as I've just said, we were interested in Cesc Fabregas during the Moyes era. We were interested in Cesc Fabregas, during the Moyes era. We know we never got a deal over the line. I think Chelsea are in the process of securing Cesc Fabregas a new deal with Chelsea Football Club, because this is his. This is his 4th season in the process with Chelsea, because Chelsea had purchased him for around about £30 million from Barcelona. Well, that's where he began his youth career, wasn't it? But reportedly, Jose Mourinho is still interested in the player. I think he does want to sign a new deal. Chelsea are in the process of securing Fabregas a new deal. I think he has the option. Of signing a 2-year extension, does Cesc Fabregas as well. But we was interested in him during the Moyes era as well. But I don't think he's any intentions of leaving Chelsea, because Fabregas is a fantastic, creative, agile midfielder. We know he's a fantastic playmaker as well. And Jose Mourinho, he's actually keen on reuniting with Cesc Fabregas, because obviously Jose Mourinho used to work with Fabregas, at Chelsea as well. But we know Fabregas, very, very good player indeed. Very, very good, especially, in his Arsenal days as well. We know he risen up the ranks of Barcelona very, very well. He joined Arsenal in 2003, and he's won honours as well. He was at Arsenal a good 8 years, won FA Cup with them, won Premier League with them as well. And then Barcelona purchased him in 2011. He went back to Barcelona in 2011. Barcelona purchased him £35 million, I think it was. And he was playing alongside Iniesta and Xavi, wasn't he? In an attacking position, he was playing alongside David. Who was playing alongside Iniesta and Xavi was Cesc Fabregas. He had 3 fantastic years with Barcelona, but since being at Chelsea, 4th season of process, he's won the Premier League with them, League Cup and that with them, and he made his international debut in 2006 as well, Fabregas, and won the European Championship in 2008 and 2012, won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2010 as well, Fabregas, and he's won honours as well as Fabregas with Barcelona and Chelsea and Arsenal and all that. So he's a fantastic, fantastic player. So we know that Jose Mourinho is still actually looking to address our midfield a bit more as well in the current process. But also mentioned now, we know that could also potentially be Manchester United's next signing, because we know Mesut Ozil has been linked to a move to Manchester United, for the last 3 or 4 weeks now, because he reportedly told his teammates, Mesut Ozil, that he does want to join Manchester United. He's coming to an end of his contract, Mesut Ozil, as we all know, with Arsenal Football Club. He's coming to an end of his contract, but as I said, Arsenal would rather cash in for Ozil. Oh, what was that? Sorry about that. We'd rather cash in for Ozil in January rather than let him go free next summer, because we know Sanchez, he's coming to a conclusion of his contract, but he's obviously not going to be signing a new deal. But Mesut Ozil, I think he will dramatically improve Man United. Jose Mourinho classifies a good number 10. He can create chances, he can provide assists, he's a fantastic playmaker. This is his 5th season now in the process with Arsenal. He's made a century appearance now for Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal had paid £42.5 million for him from Real Madrid. Arsenal's second most expensive signing. The highest paid fee for the German player as well. The current World Cup winner. But I think he'd fit into the Manchester United agenda very, very well. If he was to make a move to Man United, it'd be fantastic. And as I said, it did confirm the other week that the contract talks had stalled between Arsenal, between the club, the player and his representatives. And it also did say that Ozil was demanding a higher wage increase as well. So he was reportedly demanding that he wanted over £300,000 Mesut Ozil. But I think he turned down £275,000 a week from Arsenal. But it did say his team are confident the other day that we want to sign Ozil on a free transfer next summer rather than pay for him in January. So he could still see out his Arsenal deal, could Mesut Ozil, and then leave on a free next summer. But Arsenal are in the process. Arsenal nowhere near close to coming to an agreement of securing Mesut Ozil a new deal with Arsenal Football Club as well in the current process. But as I said, he's highly experienced. As we all know, he was also in the Bundesliga for 5 years. And, he had 3 fantastic years with Jose Mourinho. And, he worked well with Jose Mourinho. And I think Jose Mourinho is keen on reuniting with Mesut Ozil as well in the current process. But we've heard that's about it. But we've heard in the press today, there's been a few things that have been reported in the press today. The last couple of days, maybe so, about Jose Mourinho. Reportedly PSG, as I said, PSG have approached Mourinho. He's been linked with PSG. As I said, some of the comments come out with last month saying PSG is special in that. And reportedly, it said they've approached him. It did say George Mendes, who has strong connection with Man United. George Mendes, who's Jose Mourinho's agent, reportedly been in discussions with Paris Saint-Germain over this situation. Reportedly, there has been talks with Paris Saint-Germain and stuff. And could he leave Manchester United? Because he's in a 3-year deal, Man United. He's in his 2nd year of his 3-year deal. Mourinho reportedly said the other day he's been demanding a pay rise as well as Jose Mourinho in the current process. But if he was to go, who would be Manchester United's next manager? That would be the question. Who is as good as Jose Mourinho? So I just hope that he does not leave. And I think fans are foolish saying, he needs to leave now because, we've lost 2 games on the bounce. That's crazy, give him time. He's a fantastic, fantastic manager with a good pedigree. And, hopefully, he can do more for us in January transfer windows. There's all the time in the world in January, for us to get a creative winner, player that can put balls into the box. Because, without a doubt, a shadow of a doubt, United need a creative winner. Presumably still need a left back because if Luke Shaw goes, Luke Shaw could go in the January window as well. I think it's been reported that he's allowed to leave on loan in January's Luke Shaw as well. But But yeah, we'll just see what happens. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.